Hi everyone, welcome back to our second episode of Insider Review of Resale Condos. Today we are in this mega development in the west which very recently obtained TOP, so not many people have seen it yet, and it is none other than Parc Clematis.
To guide you in your decision making, I'll be reviewing based on these 5 factors. Number 1, location and amenities. Number 2, facilities and upkeep. Number 3, demand versus supply in the area. Number 4, pricing versus surrounding developments. And finally, layout. Before we go further, be sure to also check out this video I've done previously on the 5 things you need to know before buying a resale condo in Singapore. Or, if you're looking at a few other developments and would like me to review further, do click on the link in the description below and I'll be happy to evaluate further for you. Alright, let's go! Parc Clematis is a 99-year leasehold project developed by Singhaiyi with 1,450 condo units and 18 strata landed units. In terms of location and amenities, Google Maps will tell you we are 15 minutes away from Clementi MRT. But in actual fact, we are just a short 7 minutes walk to the MRT station if you know the shortcut. Come, let me show you. Where we are right now is Parc Clematis side gate. We will first need to cross the overhead bridge right here. The exit is being blocked right now, but it will be open soon. As such, we started the time-lapse video at the 1 minute mark from the end of the bridge instead. Then, we'll need to walk across the field next to Clementi Town Secondary. Finally, let's cut across the HDB estate at 𝗃𝗵𝗄𝗲 Cascadia, and before you know it, Clementi MRT is right in front of you. Clementi MRT will also be a future interchange between the existing East-West line and upcoming Cross Island line, which means Clementi will become so much more accessible to West Coast, Bukit Timah, �奧𝗚𝗎𝗄, and so on. You'll be able to get your daily necessities at Clementi Mall with NTUC, Ya Kun, BreadTalk, and so many more. Being a mature estate, coffee shops and neighborhood shops are just a short walk away. Otherwise, GEM, Westgate, and IMM are just one stop away.
Overall, if you're looking for a mature and convenient location, I'll probably rate Parc Clematis at 8 out of 10 for location and amenities.
With more than 600,000 square feet of land size, you get to enjoy one of the most impressive and holistic facilities a condo can provide. Residents have access to 5 clubhouses, 3 50-meter lap pools, 3 playgrounds, 2 tennis courts, a gym, multiple dining pavilions, and so many more. Not to mention the massive beach pool right in the midst of the entire development. There's simply something for everyone in the family.
In terms of upkeep and maintenance, given that this is a brand new development, I have no complaints for now. But we have to see how well residents and the management can maintain the condition as time goes by. Based on the above, I'll give a rating of 9 out of 10 for facilities and upkeep.
Now, let's look at the potential demand in this area, which I think would be quite the contrary between the smaller 1 and 2 bedders versus the bigger 3 and 4 bedders. Clementi is located in the outside central region, or OCR for short, which traditionally attracts buyers staying nearby, which are predominantly HDB flats. Many of these flats are high-value HDBs in Clementi, Ghim Moh, and Queenstown. In time to come, 3,000 new BTO flats are slated to be built across 3 projects in Dover Forest, right next to Dover MRT. So you will naturally get to enjoy a very strong source of demand from these HDB upgraders when they are looking to exit down the road. The thing is, when we look deeper at the HDB upgrader profile, most of them will be coming from 4-room or 5-room flats which already have 3 proper bedrooms. So when this group of people are looking to upgrade minimally, they will want to go for a 3-bedroom condo to maintain their current living space for the family. In addition, a huge source of demand will be parents looking to stay within 1 kilometer of Nan Hua Primary School. This means they probably have 1 or 2 kids in the family and hence will most likely be looking for a 3-bedroom or bigger unit as well. As such, I have no doubt that the demand for 3 and 4 bedders will remain strong. On the other hand, investors or young couples without kids sometimes prefer a location that is closer to town. As a result, we might see lesser demand for the smaller units. A quick search shows that there are more than 170 1 and 2 bedroom listings for sale, while there are only about 50 plus 3 and 4 bedroom listings available, which might indicate that the smaller units are taking a longer time to be offloaded. In terms of supply, there are slightly more than 10 developments within 1 km of Nan Hua Primary. However, majority of them are in the West Coast area on the other side of AYE. For example, if you look at Whistler Grand, another development with TOP not too long ago, is a half an hour walk to Clementi MRT. For buyers looking for convenience, there's only Parc Clematis, the TriLink, and Regent Park, which is already 30 years into the lease. Given the relatively low supply on the Clementi side, but a mixed demand for the smaller versus bigger units, my rating will be 7 out of 10 for demand versus supply. Next, let's look at Parc Clematis pricing versus the surrounding developments that obtained TOP in recent years. Undoubtedly, Parc Clematis pricing is the highest at around 2,100 to 2,200 per square feet. This is considered on the high side for an OCR development. The first-hand owners have previously bought from the developer at around 1,600 to 1,700 PSF. That's a staggering 30% growth in just 4 years. On the bright side, other comparable developments pricing have also hit a high of almost 2,000 PSF. There is also an upcoming launch at Clementi Avenue 1 next to Claiborne, which will likely launch at a much higher price of 2004 to 2005 PSF. On balance, my rating for pricing will be 6 out of 10. Finally, let's take a look at the various layouts of the 3-bedders since it should be the most popular in this development. It is interesting to take note that the developer has offered 3 different collections, namely Contemporary, Elegance, and Signature. Each collection has a different theme and building facade. I like to remember them as the C-Class, E-Class, and S-Class in the same order of atasness. Let's take a look at the 3-bedroom compact in the C-Class versus E-Class, 883 square feet versus 915 square feet. Both have very similar layouts with the enclosed kitchen and one of the bedrooms tucked inwards. However, one of the bedrooms in the C-Class is a bit smaller and hence it will be hard to fit in a queen-size bed, which isn't so ideal. Next, let's look at the 3 Premium in the C-Class versus E-Class, 1044 versus 1076 square feet, almost identical in layout except for a slightly longer foyer and bigger common bedroom in the E-Class. I like the wide horizontal frontage layout for the living and dining area, which allows maximum light to enter the house. Comes with a storeroom too, which I feel is essential for larger families. Finally, we have the 3-bedroom in the S-Class. Comes with a private lift and a generous size of 1249 square feet, full-length glass windows in the living and dining area with the balcony on the other end for a panoramic view. Very luxurious, but honestly, if you ask me, a bit overkill for a 3-bedder. All in all, I'll give a rating of 8 out of 10 for layout, with the 3 Premium being my favorite.
Overall, looking at the location, well-rounded facilities, demand versus supply in the area as well as layout, I am confident that Parc Clematis still has a good upside potential despite prices having already hit 2,001 to 2,200 PSF for an OCR development. With the Jurong Lake district in close proximity and Clementi MRT becoming an interchange in the near future, there is definitely still room for growth. For that, my overall rating for this development will be 7.6 out of 10.
Alright, that's all for today. I hope you found the video helpful in your property search. If you are looking at a few other developments and would like me to review as well, feel free to contact me at 9451-5625 or simply click on the link in the description below and I'll be happy to evaluate further. I'm Sean from Happy Homes Property and I'll see you soon.